Hello, my name is Jodi Skulls, and I am your instructor for the MBLEx review course. I want to fill you in on a couple of changes. In the past, I've posted full-length classes. Going forward, you're only going to be able to see half of the class. This is a kick in the butt to join the community over at Patreon. Yeah, we really want you to have the support, have the encouragement, have a community that is just like you, getting ready to pass the MBLEx. So enjoy benefits and physiological effects of massage. And if you enjoy it and you want to see the rest, hop on over to the Patreon site. The address is right here, and join us. You can start for as little as $12 a month. Yeah, and you'll get full content of all the classes, plus have access to even more classes than you have here on YouTube. So I look forward to connecting with you, hopefully on the Patreon site. Enjoy the benefits and physiological effects of massage, and we'll catch up again real soon. Well, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening if you're listening to this later. My name is Jodi Skulls. I am your instructor for the MBLEx review course. Got a full house here today. And wanted to welcome you. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits and physiological effects of massage. It is going to be 15 questions on your MBLEx, and we're going to look at the different systems of the body. We've got a lot of systems and a lot of benefits to get through. And my goal here today is that by the time you finish this class, that you'll be able to, in your own words, you'll be able to talk about the benefits of massage. So that you'll be able to restate the benefits of massage in your own way. But class today is in 3 parts. I like to give you some test-taking strategies in the beginning of class. Then we'll go into our learning. And at the end of class, we've got some fun questions to dissect, to practice when you take the MBLEx, And these will be questions that we will work through. We'll dissect what they're asking. We'll work through we'll look at the answers, look at all the answers, and then we'll pick the best answer. And that is really the strategy. In fact, let me go ahead and share my screen with you. So today we are talking about the benefits and physiological effects of massage. And welcome back. Welcome back. Very happy to have you here. All right. So today we're going to be talking about test-taking stamina and the importance of test-taking stamina. So I'd like to give you some test-taking strategies at the beginning of this lesson, because what you know, the knowledge that you have, the things that you have learned are not going to be enough to have you pass this test. I wish I could say that just your knowledge is going to be enough, but it's not. We have to have a strategy. Many of you have already taken the MBLEx once and were not successful. We call that failing forward. And it stinks. It sucks, actually. And I'm sorry that the test is so hard. It is a hard test. However, one of the ways that you can prepare, well, by taking this class, obviously, but also is to build your test-taking stamina. Now, what do I mean by that? Here you see a runner. If you were going to go and run a mile, say we all meet at the local high school and we're going to go 4 times around the track. We're going to go run. How's that going to feel? If I said, right now, let's go. I'm going to meet you at your high school, or you're at the school nearest you, and we're going to go run a mile. You'd be like, no, I think I need some time to get ready for that. Yeah, okay, so that would feel like, oh shoot, man, I hope I'm in shape enough to do that, right? But what if I told you that in a month from now, I'm going to meet you at the track and we're going to run a mile? You would have some time to get ready, right? You could build your stamina. You could build up to it. You could go maybe running a mile around the track is usually 4 times. So maybe you would start by running 1 time around the track. Maybe you would get up to 3 times around the track. Maybe you would get, up to the point where maybe you wanted to run long. So let's go ahead and give me just 1 minute. Trying to find out whose microphone is on because it's echoing. Did you check your mics? Thanks. All right. So back to our example about the track. So maybe you'd even get up to running like 6 times around the track, right? So that 4 times wouldn't feel so hard. That's called building stamina. And that's what we're doing with practice exams. That's what we're doing by taking a full practice exam. So you're building your test-taking stamina. You're building your ability to focus. Now, there are 2 ways to tackle a practice exam. 1 is as meaningful homework. 2 is the option 2 is to, sorry, people are joining in here. I'll start over. So there's 2 ways to tackle that practice exam. 1, you're doing meaningful homework. 2, and if you don't feel like you're doing meaningful homework, hit me up in the patrons, message me, and we'll talk about how to do meaningful homework. But one way you can do that is by taking practice exams, right? And the other way is by simulating the MBLEx. So 2 different ways to tackle a practice exam: meaningful homework, simulation exam. Let's talk about meaningful homework. If you're taking a practice exam and you're doing it as meaningful homework, like homework that is smart homework, homework that actually has some type of benefit and you're not just spinning your wheels. If you're taking a practice exam as meaningful homework, if you get stuck on a question, you can Google it. You can actually open a new window and try and figure out the answer. If you're completely stuck, you have up to 4 hours to finish the practice exam. Now, some of you have fallen asleep or started it one day, tried to pick it up and take it the next. You can do that, but here's the challenge. It doesn't automatically grade. It times out after 4 hours. You can finish the test, but it won't automatically grade. You're going to have to get in touch with me. I will manually grade it, and then you'll have your score. So that's meaningful homework. If you're going through the exam, you know you're going to take up to 4 hours, and you're just going to sit there and you're going to get through it. And please, the idea of taking those practice exams is that you have shut the door, you have turned off your phone or flipped it over, and you're building your stamina. So part of the learning, yes, part of it is learning, but part of it is sitting still for a couple hours. Yeah, to build your stamina. So that's one way to take the practice exam. The other way to take the practice exam is to simulate the MBLEx. If you have a test date, it is time. If you're within 30 days of taking your MBLEx, it is time to switch gears and simulate the MBLEx. That means you're going to sit down, you're going to have an hour and 50 minutes, you're not going to have any help, no books, no Google, no looking anything up. You're going to go straight through and you're going to pretend you're taking the MBLEx. You're simulating your experience with the MBLEx. If you have distractions at home, consider going to the library. Consider taking your laptop or using a laptop at the library in a quiet spot. You can even get a separate room at the library if you reserve it. Sometimes they'll just let you have it if you ask. You can simulate the MBLEx. That again is building your test-taking stamina. And that is my test-taking strategy for you today, is to understand that to be successful with the MBLEx, you will need to build your test-taking stamina. All right, you ready to get started on some learning? You ready? Time for learning. We've got a lot today. All right, we're going to start with the two different types of the benefits of massage. Then we're going to move through the systems of the body. Remember to breathe. So we're going to start off by talking about the mechanical effects of massage. This is compared to the reflexive, mechanical and reflexive. Mechanical effects is something that is physical, something that I have physically done to alter a change. So I have rubbed, compressed, manipulated, I have stretched a muscle. So if I have physically changed that muscle, that is a mechanical effect. The warmth of my hands has softened the tissue. Mechanical effects compared to the reflexive effects of massage. And that is something that the body does on its own, reducing the heart rate, reducing the blood pressure. I don't physically reduce your blood pressure when you get a massage. Your body does that. So if the body does it itself, that is a reflexive effect of massage. If I have done cross fiber friction and released scar tissue, released fascia, stretched a muscle, pulled, that's a mechanical effect. I just want you to be aware of the two different kinds. Every now and then on the MBLEx, you'll be asked about the reflexive effects or which of these is a mechanical effect of massage. In fact, if you are a patron at the $49 a month level, you have the full length classes. I go over this quite in detail during the full length lectures. And then you have a subject matter specific quiz that asks you questions about this. All right, let's move on. Here are our systems of the body. These are the systems that we're going to be covering today. We're going to go through them. Got a lot of slides. I got over 100 slides today, so let's just getting to it. All right, we're starting with the nervous system because that's really important. This is like how massage really works. It balances the nervous system. So the nervous system is, the anatomy of our nervous system is the brain, the spinal cord, and the hundreds and hundreds of miles of nerves that run through our body. Yes. So the nervous system responds to stimulus. There's action potentials that are sent along neurons. If you're hearing words like neurology, neurons, we're talking about the nervous system. This is how the nervous system works. It responds to stimulus. So, and touch is one of those stimulus. So there are two parts of the nervous system that I want to talk about today. We want to talk about the central nervous system and then the peripheral nervous system and the benefits of massage to the nervous system. So in the central nervous system, you have the brain and the spinal cord. It is the central, it's like Grand Central Station where all the trains go. You got tons of train tracks, tons of railroads out there, but Grand Central Station, central nervous system, consists of that brain and spinal cord. And it coordinates all of our nervous system. So the peripheral nervous system, as you may have guessed, is all those areas of the hundreds of miles of nerve endings and nerve pathways in our body that stream out through our extremities, through our thorax, the front of the body, and through our legs. That is the peripheral nervous system. So we've got the central nervous system over there. We've also got the peripheral nervous system. As a part of the peripheral nervous system, we have the somatic and the autonomic nervous system. Let's look at the autonomic. So if you have a car that's a standard, you have a gear shift. If you have a car that's an automatic, then the car shifts on its own. We're going to look at the autonomic nervous system, things that happen on its own, things that reflexive effect of massage that we were talking about earlier. In that autonomic nervous system is where is housed the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. This should look a little familiar. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. This is a review. All right. So peripheral nervous system, somatic, autonomic, sympathetic, parasympathetic. Let's take a look at the sympathetic body system responses. So sympathetic responses are the fight or flight. So here's what happens to our body organs during a fight or flight response. So this is when our adrenal glands kick in. We sense danger. Ooh, am I going to fight or am I going to flight? So the pupils dilate because we're watching for predators, right? All of a sudden our eyes are wide open. And things start to, some systems calm down, some systems kick in. So for example, our heart rate goes up. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, danger, danger. So digestion is going to slow down because we don't have time to digest right now. We're going to slow down digestion. Our adrenal glands kick in. So that norepinephrine and epinephrine are secreted. Adrenaline is secreted. We might have to run for a long way to outrun the saber-toothed tiger, right? Let's now move to the opposite, the parasympathetic response. Parasympathetic response is also called the rest and digest. So this is safety, peace, we're chilling. What happens to our body during the parasympathetic response, the rest and digest? This is the response we're going for during massage. So some things increase, some things decrease. So for example, our heart rate slows down. All is well. Our blood pressure decreases. The bronchial muscles they contract and expand, but the breathing slows down. So our breath slows down, but the absorption goes up. So digestion, we can absorb the food. We can actually, when our stomach just calms down, that's motility increases. That means that it's easier to go to the bathroom. Motility is a way of saying going to the bathroom. And things calm down during the rest and digest phase of the massage. This is, again, part of the autonomic nervous system and the benefits of massage to that system. So rest and digest are really what we're going for during the massage. Now, let's go ahead and look at the endocrine system. So what is involved with what organs are a part of the endocrine system? We've got our adrenal glands, we've got the testes in a male, we've got the ovaries in the female. We've got our pancreas is involved, the thymus, the thyroid gland, of course. And then in the brain, we've got the hypothalamus, pituitary, and pineal. This is the components of the endocrine system. The endocrine system produces hormones that regulate many different bodily functions. So what are the benefits of massage to the endocrine system? So hormones travel through the bloodstream or through the interstitial fluids, the intercellular fluids, and then hormones will increase or decrease activity of where it's going. So here's those listed, the components of the endocrine system. You can see them here on the slide. All right, so the benefits of massage. reduces anxiety, promotes relaxation, decreases beta wave activity. So if you beta waves are basically that I heard someone say like helmet fire. If you feel like I call it monkey brain. If you feel like there's so much going on in my brain, massage will help to calm that down. Alpha wave activity. So alpha is non-arousal. So that calming effect. So the endocrine system releases hormones that help to just reduce that anxiety and promote relaxation during the massage and after the massage, actually. And of course, uh, it would make sense, I'm sure, that massage increases delta wave activity, meaning that's what you have in the deep sleep cycles. So if you have a client who's having trouble sleeping, you may want to consider inviting them to have their massage towards the end of the day. That relaxation response will carry over and it will help a person that same night to sleep more deeply and for longer. A benefit of massage. Dopamine levels will go up. So that's the dopamine. Actually, I think of the dwarf, Dopey. You know, I was like just kind of like, hi, I'm Dopey. You know, if you're Dopey happy, Dopey was always happy, always had a big grin on his face, right? So it increases dopamine levels, which is a good thing. That gives us our overall feeling of well-being. Increases serotonin levels. Again, we need serotonin in our system, and it reduces that chemical called cortisol, which is produced in stressful situations. Cortisol is evidence that we've been under stress. We have cortisol in our system. So it reduces and helps to eliminate, to get rid of cortisol in our system. And again, balances off these hormones. That's really what you want to know about the endocrine system. Can reduce feelings of depression. Again, depression is very serious. So depending on how your client is dealing with depression or how you are dealing with depression, massage can be a benefit to help reduce those feelings. But depression is something that definitely needs attention from a mental health counselor, a licensed clinical social worker, a psychotherapist, a psychiatrist. If you know someone, if you have a client who's dealing with feelings of depression, it's good to get uh, expert help on that. Massage can be a part of that treatment plan because it will help to regulate the hormones if those hormones are involved with the feelings of depression. Improve sleep. Yeah, all right, good. Leaving the endocrine system, we're now going to the muscular system. Yay, the one we always think of when it comes to massage therapy, right? When we talk to people about the benefits of massage, say for the nervous system, or the skeletal system. We'll be talking about that. They're like, oh, isn't massage just good for the muscular system? It's good for all the systems of the body. But let's review the benefits to the muscular system. So obviously it relieves tension and it relaxes the muscles. So massage reduces the excitability of the muscle by calming down the nervous system. So it calms down that fight or flight response by increasing the rest and digest response. So it can help with relieving muscle soreness, because one of the mechanical benefits of massage is to help to eliminate waste, metabolic waste in the muscle tissue. So it increases the amount of metabolic waste that's being eliminated. Muscle soreness, technically, is metabolic waste. I know, who knew? Now, sports massage therapists will talk to you about sports massage therapists will talk to you about lactic acid. And lactic acid is just one of the metabolic wastes that occur in the body. We've got carbon dioxide, we've got uric acid, we have all sorts of different metabolic waste that's being eliminated from the body on a regular basis. And so massage helps to increase the efficiency of your body um, in eliminating metabolic waste. So obviously we address trigger points as well in the muscular system. I think we all go through a stage. I know we all go through a stage in our massage career that I call the seek and destroy phase. And that is when you can seek out the trigger point and you want to destroy it. Lay off the trigger points, okay? Treat them, but you don't have to spend 5-10 minutes on one trigger point. That actually will increase the excitability of that trigger point and make it more sore. Now, eventually, will it maybe unwind? Sure. But just do your part. Address it, maybe for a minute, then leave it. If you feel drawn to come back to it, come back to it, but check in with your client because what we want to do is reduce that trigger point. We do want to see it unwind, but the release of the trigger point is a reflexive effect of massage. You did not go in there and break up that trigger point. That body is holding on for a reason. Something in that nervous system is holding on to that trigger point. And so by addressing it, coming back to it later if you need to, you'll treat that trigger point more appropriately. So we also addressed, any stuck fascia, any scar tissue. We'll see that in a minute. It separates the muscle fibers. It actually can improve the performance of an athlete. Absolutely, hands down. Lots of research has been done about improving performance, and that's by keeping those muscles healthy. It helps with balance, it helps with posture, it increases the flexibility, it improves overall performance. It can lengthen those muscles. It can help even with non-athletic folks, like say senior citizens who don't do a lot of moving. So it can improve the tone by improving the circulation. So these work hand in hand. The muscular system, the cardiovascular system, the nervous system, all of those combine to form different benefits of massage. All right, this is talking about how the pain cycle is interrupted. A lovely, lovely benefit of massage is literally to reduce pain. So the pain cycle is initiated when there's painful stimulus, and then there's a contraction and a guarding of the muscle. Once we initiate the relaxation response, that reflex contraction, that localized guarding of the muscle will actually release. So yes, we are physically manipulating the muscles. Yes, we are warming the tissue, but that pain starts to go away when that calming effect starts to help to relax the muscle. More about the pain cycle. So we relieve muscle spasms, yes. We improve circulation, yes. And we've talked about the more rapid disposal of waste products through the circulatory system, through the urinary system, through the respiratory system. Again, all combining to demonstrate the benefits of massage. And I mentioned scar tissue. This is a picture of a scar, a keloid scar. And massage therapy can help reduce the formation, and even if you've got one, can help to mobilize that scar tissue. Here's an example of an Achilles tendon scar. And deep massage helps to, again, mobilize and reduce excessive scar tissue by decreasing the adhesions. So it's to decrease that scar tissue and decreases the adhesions. You can see where these indentations are, that's an example of an adhesion in a scar tissue. All of these being benefits of massage. All right, the integumentary system. So that is not only the skin, the hair, the nails. It's really light touch, but very helpful. All right, let's dissect a few questions and get you on the road. What is a benefit of massage to the skeletal system? A question was asked before we answer this question. Question is asked, dry brushing also helps? Absolutely, dry brushing helps. If you're not familiar with dry brushing, either Google it or ask me in the Patreon account, and I'm happy. Dry brushing before a shower every day, highly recommended for everybody. It just really helps to promote skin health and movement of lymph. It's pretty cool. All right, back to the question at hand. What is a benefit of massage to the skeletal system? All right, let's see. Ooh, I put 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, yeah. Oh, look. All right. Sandra chiming in. Nuyo, yes. Lana, Pumla, Bobby, Nuyo, Tanya Maria. Ooh, I'm just gonna call you Rico. Sorry. Yeah. But yes. But let's take a look. Maintains posture and body balance, reduces muscular tension, decreases flow of nutrients to the bones, promotes elimination of waste matter. Now, we know I like to eliminate one wrong answer, right? So we know it doesn't decrease the flow of nutrients to the bones. It increases, right, the flow of nutrients to the bones. But here's the tricky part of this question. These are all benefits of massage. Why'd y'all pick number 1? You're right. It is. Because each of these, number 2 and number 4, are benefits of massage to other systems of the body. So dissecting a question is not just about finding the true answer. It's about being sharp, about being wise, about being cautious about what they're actually asking. I'm telling you right now, you will have questions on your MBLEx that have 4 right answers. You, my lovelies, get to pick the best answer. Trust your gut. Go with your first answer. Next question. All right, that's it. I know. It's a good class, right? It was such a good class today. So I want to encourage you to follow the link that is over to the Patreon account and a Patreon community, and come join us. You can sign up at 12 bucks a month, 20 bucks a month, 49 bucks a month. At 49 bucks, you get a lot. You get all access plus 7 full-length lectures, 7 subject matter specific quizzes, and unlimited practice exams, and contact with me. So consider joining our community. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Hope you learned some stuff, and hope to connect with you at patreon.com. Okay.